We're back in the saddle of what feels like fall. 6 o'clock. It's Monday. Let's get up. Let's get moving. We're glad you're up with us here on 13 Sunrise. As you see Monument Circle out in the background. It was a nice day to be out and about at downtown. Really anywhere was a good place to be.
Yeah, after such a hot summer that we've had, I mean, I don't feel like I've sat on my patio at all because it's just been
brutal.
Too hot. So I'm sure a lot of people are in that same boat. But welcome in here. We are so glad you're waking up with us on 13 Sunrise. Oh, that is so pretty. Yeah. Well, chilly start today. Our crew's out in the field this morning. Actually have on some jackets because kind of that cool air came in overnight.
Yeah, I would suggest the jacket this morning. You won't need it later today. I got to call Chuck Lofton, though, because he always said Chamber of Commerce weather. Remember that? I think today is, I need to get the exact specifications.
To make sure you know which one is which.
But we could have Chamber of Commerce weather today.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think got to call him and see what the exact threshold is.
What's the line?
What's the line exactly? Yeah. But it is going to be a great day. It's just a cool start.
Okay.
Once we get through that, we'll head into the 70s. We'll be right about room temperature this afternoon. You may not notice a big difference walking from the living room out towards the back patio later today. This morning, you will notice a difference. At least the AC is taking a break. Maybe we can save a little bit on the utility bills the next couple of days. That'd be nice. But we're watching that light northwest wind that's over central Indiana. A little bit breezier there in Wayne County to Bartholomew County. Good morning in Jackson County. We've got 12-mile-per-hour winds there. Nothing crazy. It's not as if you're going to blow away, but just enough wind that you do feel it. And it's a cool wind coming out of the northwest. We're starting off in the 50s this morning. It is a very refreshing and pleasant, but very crisp start across central Indiana. We'll keep that northwest wind throughout the day today. Sunrise here just over an hour, 7:07 officially coming up above the horizon. So we still have about an hour to go. But as we continue on this track this morning, we're watching a couple more 40s pop up on the map. We did it for the Tigers this morning in Lebanon. It's now 49, 48 in Logansport. We're real close there in Frankfort. Lafayette there towards the campus of Purdue at West Lafayette. We're in the low 50s. 52 in Noblesville, 54 in Muncie. Closer to Indy, we're in the mid 50s, but we're watching a couple of our northern suburbs. We could get close to 49 or so. It's 52 now in Zionsville, Carmel, and Fishers. 53 in Martinsville. Good morning in Richmond. It's 52 and 56 for the campus of IU. We're going back to school today in Purdue. We're going back to school at IU and all the regional campuses as well. But quiet start this morning. Coming up, we're going to let you know. Will it get warmer for Labor Day? We'll have that forecast here in a bit. But Lindsay, how's traffic looking like this morning?
All right, we had a little bit of some stop and go construction-related traffic coming into the south split on 65 northbound. Looks like that's worked itself out at least a little bit for now, but we're still seeing a little bit of a slowdown. Some brake lights there approaching the south split where we've got that new traffic flow pattern, 65 northbound, where we're seeing most of the issues. And even then, only about a 1-minute delay. Really both directions seeing a little bit of a slowdown compared to average due to that construction zone. We also have one travel lane that is blocked, 65 northbound. This is at Keystone Avenue, and just a quick reminder, just south of here, we've still got that bridge that is closed over 65. It's that Hannah Avenue Bridge. That is set to remain closed through late October. Guys.
Thank you, Lindsay. It was a show of unity on Monument Circle as hundreds gathered to denounce hatred.
It was in response to a now viral incident that happened near this circle just a week earlier involving a group with neo-Nazi imagery. Our Marina Silva joins us this morning with really what's driving this response and what's next. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. Well, that message is saying hate has no place here in Indiana, and hundreds of people showed up on Monument Circle to make that clear. Now, this is pushing back against last weekend's hate march. It was a march where masked individuals carried swastika flags and chanted white supremacist slogans. It had shocked and outraged the city. City leaders, faith groups, and residents showed up yesterday to reject that message and reaffirm their commitment to inclusion.
You know, without love, where would we be? You know, so hopefully this will cause people, no matter what race, what religion or politics you are, we love one another.
Some of the people at the rally say they hope there is more to come to stand up against hate in the city. Now, this wasn't the only protest here in central Indiana. There was also one in Johnson County where hundreds of people showed up near Camp Atterbury to protest the use of using the facility as a detention center for ICE detainees. We'll share that coming up at 6:30. Back to you, ladies.
All right. Thank you, Marina. Appreciate it.
In just a few hours, the jury trial is expected to start for a former IMPD officer.
He's now charged with raping a domestic violence victim after he responded to a call to help her. Myron Howard has since been fired from IMPD. He faces charges of rape, criminal confinement, official misconduct, and other misdemeanors.
According to police, Howard responded to a home last January for a domestic violence call. Howard later returned to the home, according to court documents, and told the victim that she needed to do something for him since he claimed he prevented her from going to jail.
Howard also claimed that it was consensual. Police verified that his body camera was turned off during the incident. He's also accused of coercing another woman into having sex in 2023 when he drove her home after she was in a car accident. His jury trial in the 2024 case is set to begin this morning. Well, another development this morning in a recent shooting on IU Bloomington's campus. Right now, a woman is facing charges related to that incident. It happened early Saturday morning near 10th and Walnut Grove Street. Officers found a victim shot in the leg. IU police say the suspect is an 18-year-old woman. They say she drove away after the shooting but was later arrested on a preliminary charge of aggravated battery and criminal recklessness. Police say the victim and the suspect are not at all affiliated with IU. They call this an isolated domestic incident. Classes at IU start today.
Happening today, community members and leaders are gathering at Miami Correctional Facility, and all in protest to the facility becoming an ICE detention center. Leaders from the Indiana Conference of the United Methodist Church, they're hosting what they call a public prayer vigil in support of the immigrant community. That's today at 2. This comes after the Trump administration announced the facility would be used to house ICE detainees and would be called the Speedway Slammer. We have plans to have a cruise at that rally and vigil today and bring you the latest updates.
Well, dozens of families gathered in Noblesville as part of a movement for acceptance.
The annual GG Fit Acceptance Challenge offers fun physical challenges on a race course, but it's not only about fitness. The money raised benefits Gigi's Playhouse, which helps and supports local children and adults with Down syndrome.
I think it's just a way to do some outreach and show everyone that our kids and these adults are just like everyone else. Everyone needs us in their life, and we can do it together.
Gigi's Playhouse offers programs to help with educational and social development, physical and occupational therapy, and more. All of the programs are free. So far this year, they've raised more than $2.1 million. Wow, that's a great number.
Wonderful to hear that.
Well, back-to-back losses for the Fever to the Minnesota Lynx.
Yeah, they lost on Friday, 95-90, and then again last night, 97-84. Kelsey Mitchell once again led Indiana with 26 points, and Aaliyah Boston not too far behind with 14 points. Natasha Howard scored 10.
Now, newcomer to the team, Ariel Powers had 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Powers just signed a 7-day hardship contract with the team.
Shea Petty also just signed with the team under the same circumstances. Well, the injuries have really pummeled the Fever roster, down 5 players in total. We don't know just yet when Caitlin Clark will officially be back. We know she missed her 15th consecutive game for the Fever. They are hosting the Seattle Storm tomorrow. We want to remind you where to watch here. You should know by now, WTHR is the local TV home of the Indiana Fever.
And you can find that schedule for the Fever and the latest news on the team when you scan the QR code you see right here on your screen. That will take you right to WTHR.com/fever.
All right, let's talk football now. The Colts got a preseason win over the Bengals this weekend, 41-14. Now, neither team played their starting quarterbacks, but the Colts' third-string quarterback, Riley Leonard, really shined, completing 15 of 20 passes for 189 yards, plus a touchdown, too.
Now, last week, the Colts did announce Daniel Jones would be starting quarterback for the team with Anthony Richards as the backup.
Some sad news to report this morning. We're learning that the founder of Lucas Oil Products, the name that graces the Colts football stadium, has died.
The company announced that Forrest Lucas passed away late Saturday night. He was 83 years old. He was born here in Indiana in Harrison County. He was a self-made businessman and entrepreneur. Forrest and his wife Charlotte founded Lucas Oil Products in 1989.
Last year, the company moved its headquarters from California here to Indianapolis. Lucas's son, Morgan Lucas, and his wife, Katie, now run the company's day-to-day operations. But Forrest Lucas was a household name to most Hoosiers because of football and motorsports.
He was a huge supporter of NHRA. His company name, obviously on the Indianapolis Raceway Park and, of course, Lucas Oil Stadium. Lucas purchased the 20-year naming rights to the home of the Colts in 2006. His company says Forrest's boundless drive for Lucas Oil and the love for his family and friends and community is really what defined his life.
The Colts co-owner, Carly Ursay Gordon, shared this message on Lucas's passing, saying in part, "At the Indianapolis Colts have lost a dear friend, and our city and state have lost an extraordinary business pioneer, leader, and a giant amongst Hoosiers."
She went on to say, "Our dad, the late Colts owner Jim Ursay, had a special relationship with Forrest, and we know he is awaiting him with open arms." You can read more about Lucas's legacy on WTHR.com. Hey, Matt.
Hey, good morning. Hope you had a great weekend. We've had two fronts the past 7 days. The first one came in a little bit earlier last week. That's off the Carolina coast. And then the front we had this weekend is now all the way into parts of Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama. But when can we get a warm front? We'll let you know coming up.
And this morning, we're learning new details about a deadly bus crash that killed 5 people in upstate New York. At 6:45, what led up to that crash and what investigators believe happened just before the accident.
Plus, there are more reports that the Trump administration could mobilize more than 1,000 National Guardsmen across 19 states. Indiana is on that list. At 6:15, we'll walk you through what this could mean for the Hoosier State.